Hello friends, good morning, happy Sunday, and don't worry, that's just coffee. I'm being quiet because the family is upstairs asleep and I don't want to disturb anybody. But today, the Sunnyvale Reject is back with a great video, a book review on Saul's Creature. Yes, Saul's Creature. The other day I did a short about the Thrill Club, R.L. Stine, Fear Street, and it ended up being one of the worst books I've read of 2024. It's also possible I was too hard on it, but we'll leave it there. Today is about Creature. Now, Creature is John Saul's 12th book in his standalone line. It was written in 1989, and compared to, like the YA books I've been reading, John Saul is on another level. Yes, some people do refer to it as boring. I say it's a slow read, a slow burn, and it's just simmering, simmering, simmering. And sooner or later, it's going to rise to a boiling point, and it's going to be worth it. Speaking of the tension, there was no complicated plot or anything like that. I didn't see a lot of twists and turns. It was pretty much all laid out right in front of you. What you were really thinking about is what was going to happen to the characters and how some of what you considered loose ends were going to be tied up in the end. So what's really going on in this book is this corporation called Terran Tech. They own the city of Silverdale, Colorado. They run it and they fund it. And what they do is they bring people in when they find out that their son or daughter may have a growth deficiency or some sort of genetic birth defect, right? Which is what happens to our protagonist family, the Tanners. They come from California and they think it's going to be a great, wonderful promotion, and I'm sure in some ways it is. They have a house, they make a lot of money. The town is affluent, if you know what I mean. And so they get there and they notice that it's just a little bit too perfect. Well, before long, Mark gets into a fight and he gets his ass stomped, and so this gentleman Ames comes to him and says, I think maybe we can help him. Maybe we can reverse some of the, the birth defect and we can put some weight on this boy and some height and he'll be normal after all. What the hell is normal? I don't know. But the father falls for it. Now, half the city you feel like is bought in, and there are some people that are rebellious and they're saying, no, this is just too perfect, and why is our football team massive and kicking the shit out of everybody, and why are our kids starting to look like Neanderthals? And but asking questions is a very, very bad thing, so it doesn't go well for them once they start to dig in. But yes, it is a slow burn. It's not a complicated plot, but you are interested in these characters. They are not shallow like Fear Street characters, and the parents are involved. They love their kids. They want what's best for them, and I think that's where some of the conflict lies in how far are you willing to go to make things right with your child, because all you want is a healthy baby, So there is a lot of intrigue there. I never felt like this book was rushing me, but slowing me down, and keeping me in the moment with great scenery, really decent dialogue, and enough scientific tidbits here and there to make you walk away feeling like you learned a little something. But the language, while not lofty, is elevated compared to, YA horror, point horror, Fear Street, some of those old Zebra books and Kensingtons and things like that. John Saul is, after all, the third leading horror-selling novelist, I think, behind Stephen King and Dean Koontz. So that says a lot about him. He's got a massive following. I had never read anything by him but Creature, but I was hooked. I went and got everything I could possibly find by him. And so the next video I'm going to do is probably going to be my John Saul book collection, which I'm kind of proud of. But anyway, this book does have some animal cruelty in it. And if you can't tolerate that kind of thing, which I understand, then don't even pick it up, because several animals die. And while we're on the topic, let's not be desensitized to the humans' deaths either. You take them both in stride for what they are. You say a little prayer if it affects you, and you move on. But we can't get to where we can't stand to see a cat get hit by a car. We got to put the book down, but it's okay when a person gets shot or stabbed to death, Both should have equal remorse, you know what I'm saying? But the characters do develop, especially Sharon Tanner and Mark and Ames and even Linda Harris a little bit. But if you're into that kind of thing, this book is for you. A slow burn, not a whole lot of convolution with the characters and ideas. He doesn't get all mystical or anything like that. It's very straightforward. I think the prose that he writes in, the style is very soft and easy on the ear. When it comes to death scenes, while grotesque and somewhat realistic, there was not a lot of detail, put into it. So it's like an old B horror film, an old black and white where a lot is left to the imagination. What else can I say? The ending was poignant. I love the ending. It made me want to know more about this family and how things turned out for two people specifically, which I won't spoil it for you. But it was poignant. It was not rushed. It was well paced, well written, well thought out, and I for one had a lot of fun reading it, and I hope you do too if you give it a chance. So I give Creature by John Saul, I'll say 4.2 out of 5. Here it is. Creature by John Saul. Now I'm going to get out of here. I hope you're sleeping like a baby. Don't wake up for this video. It's just books. But if you do like my videos, like and subscribe, and I'll try to keep making videos that you enjoy. Have a wonderful day and keep reading.